NFL Patriots Bills up in Buffalo. It was amazing. Let's look through some highlights.
This was a good one, Kay. The Patriots and the Bills. Bill Belichick, their defense haven't given up an offensive touchdown this season. Check out my guy, J.C. Jackson 5. They try to punt it. He says, I'll be there. And who picks it up? My guy, Matthew Slater, of
Love
course,
it.
the special teams superstar.
First ever touchdown.
First ever touchdown.
Crazy?
He's been playing special teams since the 80s for the Patriots.
His dad was playing.
You're right about that, and we didn't want to see this. And here it is. This was in the second quarter, I believe. And Josh Allen goes down with a hit to a head. He goes out, and Matt Barkley would come in and try to make something happen. This is already after a couple of interceptions. This defense was all over the Bills, and once again the ball is tipped. And who is it? Jamie Collins with the interception. That's his third interception of the game. Oh man, third interception of the season, excuse me. And that right there is Bill Belichick dapping up his defense. The Patriots in an ugly one. They are still 4-0. They win this one 16-10. And Tom Brady, he had some thoughts on the win.
Yeah, they're really good. They got a good defense. They're going to be in a lot of games. They're 3-0 for a reason. So to go on the road and beat a team that's 3-0 is pretty good. And we could certainly play better than we did. We got to get in the red area. We had some missed opportunities there. But we'll go out and try to do a better job next week.
Brady did not look his best. Buffalo lost their quarterback. They threw 4 interceptions in this game, and they were still in it. I know you don't believe in moral victories, really, but wasn't this like a good loss?
Well, Tom Brady played one of the 5 worst games of his entire career, and the Bills still lost to him at home. I can't do it. I can't get it. Defense is great. We've seen great Bills defenses before. When I was watching Josh Allen start the game, was it Josh Allen or was it Jeff Toole? Or was it Trent Edwards? Was it J.P. Lossman? Guys, we got to do better than that. I mean, Brady was completely locked up, and you still lost at home. This is Bills fans jump through the table. This was a kids' table. You don't sit with the adults. You got to go back to the kids' table and maybe work your way up. We know the defense is great. Josh Allen came out and threw an interception to anything breathing in a New England Patriots uniform. I hate to be harsh today. I don't believe in moral victory Mondays. Not for the Bills, not for the Lions we'll get to later. You got to be better than that.
I'm with Kyle on this. I hate being negative to Bills fans.
You got to win that game.
The Buffalo News this morning is talking about the Jonathan Jones hit, saying that it was, it was dirty. The Bills had, in the fourth quarter alone, they got down to 1st and goal at the 8, got down to the 3-yard line, turnover on downs. They got to the Patriots. Barkley throws 3 straight incompletions. They punt again. They had opportunities in this one. They could not get the score.
I'm not going to insult the Bills by saying this is a moral victory. They deserve better than that.
Exactly.
It was a loss.
Right. If you're a team that's going to compete
They should
in
be
the
mad.
NFL,
You had them, guys.
You had them.
You had them.
You had them.
Oh, we've been waiting for this.
You can blame the refs all you want, but you had them.
The defense was great.
They were great.
The defense made Tom Brady look his age, and we don't say that often because he's been dominated at a high level, even at the age that he's at. But what I didn't like is the fact that going into this game, so many people were convinced that a young Josh Allen and this team that runs the ball more than they pass the ball was going to come in and carve up this Patriots defense that has been playing at a high level. I get it, and I say this all the time because it's one of my favorite quotes. Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Everybody has a plan to beat the Patriots until they go out there, and all of a sudden the second-year quarterback is seeing different types of coverages, safeties and linebackers moving pre-snap and post-snap. Josh Allen, Matt Barkley, it was like they were running through traffic and they couldn't catch their breath. That's what this Patriots defense does. Even in a game where Tom Brady looks like a 40-year-old quarterback, the defense still smothers offenses, and that's why they're one of the best teams in the business. I don't care how ugly this is. Shout out to the Patriots and shout out to that defense because they made Josh Allen look exactly his age, and that's a young pup.
I ran into Gerard Mayo on the field before. He's Mr. Congenial. He's smiling. He's happy. Obviously, there's a lot to be happy about with how this defense is playing. Devin McCourty, 4 interceptions through the first 4 weeks. He's playing the best ball of his career. Jamie Collins is revitalized, focused on winning. This defense is no joke. But neither was the fact that the Bills lost their quarterback. Let's bring in Ian Rappaport, our NFL Network insider this morning. Welcome to Good Morning Football, Ian. We saw the Bills lose Allen in the fourth quarter. It was not a pretty sight. What can you tell us about him this morning?
That's right. Josh Allen is officially in the NFL's concussion protocol. And, of course, we know, Kay, by now, every concussion is different and every player is different. So it remains to be seen how long Josh Allen will be out. And, of course, it depends on basically how he recovers from this very brutal hit that had the Bills people up in arms discussing how Jonathan Jones should have been ejected, should be suspended. There was a lot of vitriol from the Bills locker room. First of all, I'm told by a source he is not likely to be suspended. And Al Riveron, the head of refs, came out and essentially said that last night, that this hit that you've seen right there did not rise to the level of suspension or did not rise to the level of ejection. No doubt something that will frustrate Bills fans. Another hit that we will be talking about today, something that is expected to rise to the level of a suspension, is the Vontaze Burfict hit, the hit on Jack Doyle. We saw during the early games on Sunday, Doyle was basically on his knees, a helmet-to-helmet hit from Vontaze Burfict, who has been suspended 10 games in his career for a variety of reasons. I'm told to expect a suspension for the Raiders linebacker potentially today.
And we saw another young quarterback go down with an injury on Sunday. The Bears quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky. What can you tell us about the latest on that?
Mitchell Trubisky injured his left shoulder, his non-throwing shoulder, which no injury, Nate, is good news, but at least it is good news that it is nothing that will affect his throwing. He is going to get tests today on that injury that had him out of the game right there and then return to the sideline in a sling. Too early to tell how severe this injury is, but the understanding right now, and Matt Nagy basically said this after the game, is that it is not season-ending. So if it is something that keeps Trubisky off the field for a game or 2 games or maybe even more, it does seem like they will get him back. Meanwhile, Chase Daniel, who has started 4 games in his career, who's made more than $30 million, who probably has the best life ever, would step in and start if Trubisky cannot go.
And he had 195 yards and a touchdown, some rushing yards as well in their win. And, of course, meanwhile, they have a really stout defense as well in Chicago. Ian Rappaport, appreciate you for those updates. We'll be talking to you all morning here on Good Morning Football. Now, sources tell me that these 2 guys want to talk about the Browns.
Oh, my gosh, yes. What a day.
Every time I feel like I looked up at the TV, it was Nick Chubb running the ball, Kyle.
Who got him in that off-to-the-races draft we did for the rushing?
I don't know, not me.
I'm dominating that section.
Are the Browns back? Browns fans, we know you're awake and watching. We'll go to Believe Land, and the Chiefs needed